Now, when we look at dentists themselves, actually giving them a dollar value, I think is very important, because you have to understand what their practice actually is worth.
Right.
Now, one of the things that I know that Roy Corp does do is that you come in and you actually do a complete breakdown. How do you do that?
Really, the valuation of any business is really twofold. One, we have tangible assets, things we can touch and feel. All businesses have them. Your business has this beautiful display booth, for example. There's a tremendous value to this. I know you've invested substantially. So all businesses, first of all, have tangible assets. In the case of a dentist, that's their equipment inventory and their leasehold improvements. You've done a wonderful renovation on this building, but dentists spend considerably more because of the extensive leaseholds, the wiring, the plumbing, the lead lining, the x-ray systems, the compressed air line, so it's very extensive.
Sure. That's
the tangible asset part, equipment and leaseholds. The second and the most difficult part to appraise is the goodwill. Many people will say goodwill is just a bunch of charts, or goodwill is just a client list. And yes, that's true to some extent. But goodwill is a component of many, many variables that contribute to making that goodwill a valuable entity in itself. Goodwill is an intangible asset. You can't grab it, package it, and just trade it regularly. And goodwill can consist of an established phone number. I can think of some companies, and here in Canada we have a company called Pizza Pizza with one of the most valuable phone numbers perhaps in all of Canada. And all Canadians will know that number probably. So I think that when we look at goodwill, we have to consider the client list and the patient list really, or the patient group really is goodwill, but there are many, many variables that contribute to it, such as a premise lease or the ownership of the building, the consistency of the staff, the training of the staff, the systems and policies that are in place. And that is how we appraise a dental practice, is to add up the tangible assets, which is relatively easy. It can be extensive, but it's easy. And then putting a value on goodwill, Todd. And that's the art of appraisal.